We're like, okay, fine. And then I have to go, blood.
Yes, blood. Blood?
Blood.
Stupid. Trying to be healthy. Or not trying to be healthy. It's more
making sure you still are.
Yes.
These stupid doctors making sure I'm still healthy and shit. Boo. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, can they figure out why my body doesn't work? Please.
Shifty work into the box. And across, it's in! Oh, it's LaRue! It's a dream return!
Welcome to Casual FC, an Angel City preview pod and footy therapy pod featuring two podcast certified footy therapists. I'm your host, Mario Salazar, with my limited edition Capri Sun drinking co-host.
Look at this shit.
Angela Morales.
Look at this. If you're not watching, it is the Moon Punch Capri Suns that I only found out about because of Joe in our Discord, because I'm like not going anywhere. Like I just go to work and I go to the grocery store and I come home, but I rarely even go to Ralph's. I've just been shopping at Aldi and Costco, and this is not part of the Costco pack, but it's Moon Punch. It's essentially wild cherry. It's freaking delicious.
And they glow in the dark, right?
Yeah, the moons glow in the dark. Yeah. So really, this is like a quick fast forward, but thank you to Joe and his wife for bringing these to the watch party on Saturday. They are both fantastic people. He completely knew that I was going to be so excited. I was like, I want to drink these right now. And he started laughing. He's like, they're cold. And I was like, no, don't tell me that. But then I decided I was going to keep them for this episode, and I limited myself to only one, so I still have the other one in the fridge.
Wait, how many did he give you?
2.
Oh, okay.
I was probably supposed to share, but sorry, I'll buy you some.
It's all good.
I just love Capri Suns. It's essentially fancy fruit punch with extra cherry. And I don't remember his wife's name, and I feel bad. I also didn't catch it, I don't think, but she told me, she's like, it's fruit punch extra cherry, which is like my favorite kind of fruit punch. So this is, I need to go buy some boxes.
My only thing is that I do love the Capri Sun. It's tasty. I fear that any extra beyond where it's already at would be too much. Like when I make lemonade, you know, for the family wants extra sugar. So I do not extra sugar. They want more sugar than I put in.
They want sweeter lemonade.
So I put in probably a normal amount of sugar, and then when I have my glass, I water it down a little.
That's fair. No, it's not like it's extra sweet or anything. There's just more cherry flavor in the fruit punch mix.
Okay.
It's very good. It would make a really good popsicle, honestly, or like a slushie.
Ooh. That might be good. Yeah,
I'm going to the Hollywood Bowl on Wednesday, so maybe I freeze some Capri Suns. We have some slushies. We'll see.
Well, with that, this is our match preview for Friday, August 15th at 7 p.m. Is it a Friday?
The 15th? Yeah. Today's the 11th. Wednesday's the 13th. Friday's the 15th.
Okay. Just because we've made that mistake before. Yes. I've made that mistake before. All right. The match is Friday, August 15th at 7 p.m. at America First Field in Salt Lake City, Utah. Again, like we said, 7 p.m. It's going to be on NWSL Plus. It's going to be on Paramount Plus. It's also going to be on the FanDuel Sports Network.
So this last game, obviously not Saturday, but the game against Seattle, we had our voice chat thingy going on in the Discord. Eva and I were on Paramount, and so was Katie.
I was on Paramount.
You were on Paramount. Max was on NWSL. And then Cassandra and her wife were on the FanDuel Sports Network. They figured that out somehow.
Which they had it on Fubo, I think.
Fubo, yeah, because I kept saying Fubu. And Katie was like, that's a clothing company from 1999. And I was like, yeah, and same thing. But the FanDuel network had Angel City specific commercials and like more of the
Angel
team
City
package
specific-
stuff.
And
So-
Angel City specific commentators.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that we can figure that out for this weekend. I'll task Eva with figuring it out while I'm at work or something like that, and I'll be like, please, maybe. And we also maybe won't be 37 seconds behind everybody else.
Yeah, that was pretty funny that you guys were completely behind everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, when you're doing a live chat, you kind of, and everybody's at different points. We did
But it was
check-ins.
so bad. We were so far behind. We reset the feed like 6 different times, and we're just like, oh, okay. But iHeartRadio.
Yes, iHeartRadio, as always, with Isaac and Tracy. The call, I posted up or reposted Isaac's call on
so good.
Instagram of the header, and which we'll get to. But again, just amazing play-by-play call. And if you like doing the whole radio thing, which I do a lot of times, listen, one, it's your only option. Two, it's a great option to listen to Isaac and Tracy. There are some watch parties that we know of so far. There is one the official Angel City watch party will be at 33 Taps in Culver City. Starts at 6 p.m. Games at 7.
Having been to 33 Taps, get there early. It gets packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a decent sized bar. If you've been to an Angel City watch party, you know how they go.
Yeah.
Everybody's there. Everybody packs in. The kitchen slows down. Everything goes out the window.
Yeah. Yes. And yeah, we'll get to that too. Mosaic is having a watch party at Native Sun in downtown LA.
Ooh.
Native Sun used to be...
One that's at Union Station?
No, they're in like downtown, but what was the brewery from San Diego? Modern Times. They used to be Modern Times.
Oh.
And then that was the Modern Times Dankness Dojo. And then I think during the pandemic, they probably left it alone.
Yeah.
And then Native Sun LA took over. I don't know if it's affiliated or if it's just brand new. I haven't been there just yet, but Mosaic will be having their watch party there. They just posted up about that today. And Watch Me will also be featuring the game on their screens. There are a ton of games happening on Friday, but they will be
games.
Yeah, but they will be featuring the Angel City one. So they will be having Angel City on some of their screens, probably a majority of them, and we'll repost it too, but they are having $5 pints basically during the entire match.
Okay.
I think it starts a little bit earlier than that, but
This is what I miss about going out. Being gluten-free sucks because, like, I enjoyed beer, especially Mexican lagers and, like, just good middle-of-the-road solid beer. But, like, a
just something
$5
crisp
pint.
and refreshing.
Yeah. Like, a $5 pint sounds amazing right now. Give me a pretzel, some sort of cheese situation, no, like 1 carrot in some ranch, and a couple beers. God, that sounds amazing. Anyway.
And unfortunately now all you can have is the carrot.
I know. I can have the cheese, but it's usually just cheese. It's not, oh, we have these fried cheese curds or like mozzarella sticks or pizza or whatever. Because even if something is labeled gluten-free, I can rarely have it in a restaurant because it's all cross-contaminated and I still get sick.
Yeah. I feel bad for you, but
Me
Watch
too.
Me will be having $5.
Yeah, definitely go and have a great time at Watch Me and 33 Taps and every other place. We'll post as they pop up because, as everybody knows, watch parties are announced like as they get booked progressively throughout the week. There will be more. I'm sure Rebellion usually has one. Valkyries usually has one. Relentless usually has one. Roses does too, but I don't ever... They're like far away from me, so I like don't remember that Super East LA exists sometimes because I'm on the opposite side.
Yeah. I will say that not all of them post publicly. Sometimes they're just doing it like for their members, or they'll do a smaller one. Sometimes they'll do it more publicly where they're like inviting, and usually anytime they post anything public, it's or like on their Instagram or whatever, it's open to everybody. Like they're openly, that's not a real word. They are openly inviting you to come join with them, whether or not you're a member.
Yeah.
It's a way to get to know them if you want to, or just know that you have a place to watch the game. Like if you don't want to interact with anybody while you're there, that's totally fine.
I've
you just
definitely
know
done
that
that.
the game will be on TV.
Yeah, like I've gone to watch parties for national team, basketball, Angel City, and just watch the game. Like minded my business. If I know somebody cool, I'll say hi. But like you can just be low key. You don't have to like party. It's just a good time.
Yeah. So it's all good. Speaking of watch parties,
yeah,
we had our watch party this weekend.
It was so good, you guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for supporting Watch Me and Show of Our Own and Her Deck Exchange and Littlest Card Shop. Like everybody was so cool. There were folks there who didn't know about us or a watch party and were like, oh, sick. Like,
I lost my voice because every table that I went to that I was like talking to, I was like, okay, I've got by the like fifth table, I had the spiel down of like Casual FC is a podcast and blah, 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 and we're here doing the watch party, and there's also a show of our own, and it's that table over there, and blah, blah, and the whole thing going down. So every table got the whole gist of why we were there, whether or not they were there for us.
It was awesome. There was a ton of people there. One of my friends surprised me and I looked up. I was like, why is Janae here? And then I was like, oh, it's our watch party. So she hung out. She ended up meeting up with another friend of hers that she didn't know was going to be there, whose name's Angela. So we were like, oh my God, we're both Angelas. This is amazing. My best friend and my nieces and nephews showed up in the second half, and I didn't cry. I just want to let it be known, I did not shed one tear on Saturday. I came really close, especially when they showed up, because I didn't know they were coming at all. I didn't think they were going to be able to. And yeah, I'm an adult, everybody. I'm a grown up now. I don't cry. Yeah.
I will say little claps for Angela, because like at a certain point, doing this watch party thing and like trying to, it's kind of like, it's technically hosting a party, and it's not like in any other capacity we're like the ones feeding everybody or whatever, but we're just trying to be like, hey, thanks for coming and all that. It can become very overstimulating very quickly. And there was a point where I look over to Angela and she's just like, okay, I'm just really overstimulated right now.
It was just like there was so much going on, and this isn't like one of the next things we'll talk about. Like there's so many people, so much to set up and figure out what's going where and who's sitting where and all this kind of thing. But Watch Me had 2 or 3 call outs. They essentially had 3 people working in the kitchen, the dining room, and the bar. That's it.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
Like
there was
essentially the 3 of them had to hold down the restaurant for the rest of the night. And thank you to everyone, friends of the pod, strangers in the in the dining room, everybody. Once that word spread, the shift in attitude and the shift in like demeanor of everybody changed, and it was like, oh, I'm not gonna stress them out. People were bussing tables and taking things up to the bar. People were cleaning off tables for other people. Like the way I say this in the most loving way, you could tell who worked food service and who worked like service related jobs real quick. Because the second it was like, they only have 3 people working, they've had people call out, they're screwed right now, be gentle. Everybody was like, oh, no worries. I saw a couple people like get a little pissy about it.
Yeah.
And then everybody else was just like, oh, word. Okay. We'll just not talk to them. Let them be the people who get table, their orders taken first or whatever.
Yeah. I saw a couple people that came in just because it was like a bar or like there was food. Like they had no intention whatsoever of any of the games that were happening. There was one group that like literally sat like in the extended patio area and brought over
board games,
a board game, and we're just kind of playing out there because they had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but good
and
for
they
them.
were getting, and they did get a little uppity about the delay, and rightfully everything was completely backed up. But big thank you to everybody who really understood and gave them their grace of hey, we're doing the best with what we can. There was even, if you were there, we had a little bit of an issue of getting the game on the TVs on the outside. The game got turned on the TVs inside Watch Me, right? Because there's a little there's an indoor area and there's a small outdoor area that kind of rings around it. But those TVs weren't. So we were like watching some random college softball or like Entertainment Tonight.
And
everybody was just
issue with the TV. It was like everything bad that could happen at Watch Me essentially happened.
Oh yeah. And everybody that was outside just like about like this on the glass trying to watch inside. So it all got figured out. It worked out. Eventually, by the half, all the TVs outside turned to Angel City. So it ended up being a great time. I think everybody else that I interacted with had a good time.
Yeah.
Everybody eventually got their food. Everybody got their drinks. So like more power to the people that were so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But made it work.
Christina, who was our point of contact, who was essentially just supposed to be our point of contact for the night, was busting her ass all night. You know, running food, probably cooking at one point, like just to give somebody a break. Like it was bonkers and it was so busy. And I'm so proud of the way they handle it too, because they just are straight up about it. They're like, we're super short staffed. We're doing the best we can. And that's the only thing you can tell people. Some people are going to be ridiculous about it regardless. Other people who've worked in the service industry or customer facing roles are going to be like, take your time. Don't trip. And for the most part, that's where everybody was on Saturday. And I'm so grateful for the community for showing up for them, for still getting your orders in and like, you know, being patrons of the bar. Like, I just really appreciate it. Yeah. Y'all are good people.
Yeah. It was awesome. And if you feel so inclined to give them a little show Watch Me a little love and you want to go rate them,
review or something good.
Yeah. Give them a nice good high number of stars if you enjoyed your service, because there were clearly a couple people that showed up not understanding and not knowing what was going on, and then ended up giving them like 1 stars, and it was just like, look, I understand, and you were totally in your right to be like, look, my service sucked that day, but
but there's a difference between like service that sucks because people are rude or like people, like it's just so bad for a variety of reasons. And a kitchen is so overloaded or a team is so short staffed that like
it's just those
shit
people
goes south.
It's just those people weren't there long enough to know or to learn. It is what it is. But also I want to say thank you to everyone that checked in on me while I was there, checking in, asking how I was feeling, asking how I was doing. Sorry if I went through the giant spiel of the extra details of what happened, but it means a lot that everybody was just like, we heard you, and holy crap, and all the people that have checked in with me before, during, whenever you did, but everybody that was checking, because like also I don't attend the watch parties that often. Like they're usually too far away from me. It was 50 miles from my house in the valley to Watch Me, so it took a while to get there. But
I'm leaving. I should be there at 5:30, and then 10 minutes later, goes shit. It now says 6 o'clock, and I was like, just pull up when you get there. He ended up getting there like 3 minutes after we got there, so it worked out at 5:30.
But yeah, so I just want to say thank you. It's one of those things where like we talk about it, we gush about it a lot, and it's true every time we say it. It's been amazing building the community that we have, and it's the main thing that keeps us going. You do something like this that you throw out into the ether of the internet, and your mom is reading it, and like maybe your tia somewhere, but then after that you're just like, I don't know, it actually has built a following, and that just means that we're doing something right. Yeah. So with that, we'll get back to our normal show, which is let's get to the Chaos Award.
Okay, so this is a 3-parter. The first one is like the obvious one in the balls to the face and probable concussions of the weekend, just within our game. I really hope Sarah's okay. Like, if this is Monday afternoon, we haven't had any update of possible, probable concussion. She didn't look so hot. I'm not going to be delicate with that. I have never seen Sarah Gordon look like that, and
that
like
was
in the
I mean, there's a couple of of qualifiers in that one, right? There is, it was a short range shot.
It's like a close range whack.
Yeah. 2, it was a shot straight to the head, and
like it was
3,
like her temple and her cheekbone and her eye, like this whole area. And for the anatomy side of things, your temples are really sensitive. Don't hit yourself here.
Yeah,
you can bruise.
Like whenever you've seen like a UFC fight and you see them just go stiff and then fall, it's usually because it was a shot to the temple. Yeah.
Yep.
3, most pitches are kept really wet so that they're slick and like the kind of play moves fast. So getting hit by a wet ball just
it's like it slaps you on top of like punching you at the same time.
It's a punch slap. Yeah, it is.
And second half, or go ahead. I
was gonna say, and the last one is just, this is not a kick. That's not a ball that I kicked or a ball that Angela can kick. Like it is a professional soccer player's kick.
Yeah, and soccer balls are hard. Like genuinely, they're not like squishy kick balls. That shit hurts.
If you ever want to see, Google professional soccer player like through panes of glass or whatever it was. Like they had a bunch of the like old school professional soccer players where they set up like a bunch of like panes of paper or glass or plexiglass or something like that and had them kick through, and it like launched through half of them.
Oh, whoa. I'll have to look that up. That's cool. Yeah,
it's insane. So they are professionals. They know how to kick that thing very, very hard. And that was a point blank shot to try to make a goal. So it wasn't going to be a like tap.
No.
So.
No. And then to have something similar happen to Evelyn Shores in the second half, it was, and then even though we finally got an Alana Kennedy header, she then got hit in the face by Kaylin Sheridan.
She got punched.
So like,
she got punched in the face.
Kaylin Sheridan is like, for Eva and I, she's kind of like I said the last episode, I want to be her friend. I think she's so cool. She's also like an internal meme because there's a picture of her like punching Emily Sonnet in the face, like deflecting a ball, but then it just meets Sonnet's. It's a whole thing. I'll have to send it to you. But on top of that, granted, none of these were like egregious or fouls or anything like that. They were just like in the run of the game. But big shout out to Chicago Stars interim head coach Ella Mazer, who's also a former player, for calling out the refs and the lack of accountability that the referees have. And that's the thing I think that pisses everybody off more than quality of officiating. There's no repercussions. And this is kind of across sport, and it's really irritating. They're like, we won't talk to the journalists, or like referees have no like public anything. Like they have their own review board, but there's no like, we missed this call, you know, like we didn't do this right, or what have you, or this,
it's only been in like really egregious, like really egregious, and I've only seen it really like in the like men's professional side, but there's been a couple of instances where there was really egregious calls where it was just like, all right, this guy got suspended for the next match, or has been suspended for multiple matches because of how bad of a call that was, because it definitely changed the trajectory of the game. Right? We love soccer because we love it because it's a low scoring sport, but that low scoring sport means that like everything you do is important. Yeah. And every goal that goes in is super important because one goal is what makes the difference, right? And a lot of times when we complain about these refs, it's about it's the range of things. Like they didn't manage the game well, so then it became chaotic. Yeah. Not in a good way, not in the way that I wanted. Like, yeah. Not the chaos that I wanted, but the bad chaos. Or they gave yellow cards or red cards when they should have been the other way around, or whatever it may be, and it just really affected the game at that point. And they get the slap on the wrist and then they go on to their next assignment. Part of that, I think, is just also the lack of number of refs. Yeah. And the fact they don't get paid enough. We were talking about that with Dustin. Like, there's not a lot of full-time refs. I talk about somebody I know who's a flight attendant along with being a professional referee, and like they've got like data entry day jobs and like all these other things that they do. Someone was like an environmental, Dustin said it was Chesky, that she's like an environmental scientist. I'm like, okay, so like, yeah. And so, the hard part, I was super bummed because we had been watching the Chicago and Bay FC game
and then there was a emergency broadcasting alert.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it came back, because we were watching it on like regular TV CBS, it came back and then it was just Chargers pregame. And it switched to KCAL, but we didn't find out for like 15 minutes, so we just started watching a different game. And I was like, so I didn't even get to see what happened.
So for all of that, I will be putting in the clip, and you can hear what she had to say, and
it's really like
there's
poignant.
no lie.
And she's even like, yeah, I'm gonna take the fine for this because everybody else has to get better, but they don't. So like, which one is it? You know, like, are we progressing and evolving as a group, or are we not?
Yeah. So with that, here it is.
Yeah, I mean, you always try to take a positive for sure, but listen, guys, this is where I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm tired of the refs. I'm gonna pay a fine for this, but every game, this is 8 times now they've gotten it wrong. And we can do our job, and you can say ever, we're not trying to make an excuse, but it has to be better. Whoever's watching, it has to be better. This is the last straw. We get it. We get a call wrong. They tell us that it's wrong, and then nobody holds them accountable. Nobody. It's not a slap on the wrist. This changes the game over and over and over again. And I have 8 times that has changed the trajectory of how we come out on this end, and I'm tired of it. And no one, I understand I'm in trouble. I get that, but you hold us accountable for how we do it, how we conduct ourselves. It has to be better. It has to be. It's enough. The rest of it, I stored your question.
I was just gonna say, do you feel that sentiment's shared throughout your locker room? That's why you feel.
It's not that. It's every coach. I shake their hand after game. Oof, that was hard. Oof. We are held to standard. We understand that. We accept that. We understand we have to understand the bylaws of this league. We are proud to be a part of this league. But if you want to make this league, then use it. Use VAR. And tell us why. And it's not just a hand clap. We get held accountable. The refs need to be held accountable. They have to be.
And we're back. Next point in the Chaos Awards.
So we've got 2 more Chaos Awards. The second one is me again, because I said that Simone Charlie had 2 new ACLs. No, she has 2 new Achilles, and those are very different body parts, and they do very different things. And I knew this. I think I black out when we record because
she's going off. Angela goes off. There's so much knowledge in her head that she's honestly, if you look at her too in the video, there's a lot of times where both of us are staring off into space because we're thinking, we're trying to process what we're saying as we're going off. We write bullet points in our script for a little peek behind the scenes. We don't write things out unless we really need to remember them. And at times also we're like writing bullet points super quick right before we're about to record. So if you just put Simone coming back from injury.
Yeah, which is probably what it was. But yeah, and the most embarrassing part is that I didn't know this happened, and I didn't realize this had occurred and that I misspoke until Mario posted the clip on TikTok and on Instagram. And I saw it on Instagram and I was like, who said that? Who is that girl? I don't know her. I full on was just like, oh God, somebody's going to troll me so hard. So I commented everywhere and I was like, I know they were her Achilles. I don't know what happened. But yeah, we love Simone forever. That's all. She's great. Give her Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah.
Forever. And then my last point is silly. It's essentially quote unquote rivalry weekend. Was this last weekend? Even the players were just like, what? Which was great. Like Gotham played the Spirit and Rose Lavelle was just like, I mean, I guess, when they asked her about the rivalry, which totally like blew the cover of like, oh, rivalry weekend. Right now, the only like tried and true real rivalry in the league is the Cascadia Cup, which is Portland and Seattle. Yeah. They've had 43 matchups over the course of the NWSL. Portland, Seattle already is like a thing. Kind of like Northern California, Southern California, the Bay, like, and LA, and then LA and San Diego and the Bay. Like, I would say Angel City and San Diego are probably like the next closest, but that's just because LA and San Diego, it's just the rules.
Yeah.
Same thing with LA and San Francisco or like the Bay Area. But even Bay FC, we're just like, sup?
Yeah. Yeah, as much as I'm touting the whole San Andreas Cup, it really honestly is as I keep saying, it's a made up thing that I made up for myself, and if you happen to like it too, awesome, but it's a made up thing, honestly. And I think, as Angela's pointed out before, the whole rivalry between LA and San Diego, I think that's rooted more on some of our other sports that we have, right?
And
NFL
also
rivalries,
vibes.
baseball rivalries, and vibes too. But the Cascadia is a completely different. That is historic.
Yeah.
But both men's and women's.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
because
yeah.
obviously I don't know.
Oh, so
Speaking of,
side note to all of this, but still related. I had a project up near Portland. It was a town right outside of Portland. So I flew up because we were opening this park, right? And I designed a bunch of the signage that went into the park and things like that, which was great. Was there for the last bit of installation, and then the next day was the opening ceremony. It was great. While I was there, though, I went on to Reddit, and I was just I was just looking because I was like, let me just see if Seattle has a matchup today.
Yeah.
Either team, right?
Yeah.
Men's or women's. Let me just see if there's a game, because it would have been literally it was walking distance from my hotel. So I was like, Portland, yeah.
ooh, they're gonna come for you.
I'll edit it. No, I won't. And then so I look it up real quick, and then it turns out that there was a Portland match, a Timbers match, and I just randomly started posting, and then I posted in their Reddit to be like, hey, visiting MLS fan, just want to know where would a good place to buy? Should I just buy through Ticketmaster, or should I go to the stadium? Or because I'd rather give the team the money than Ticketmaster directly, right? Someone messaged me and said, hey, the Timbers Army has a big old tailgate, and they'll do day of ticket sales for people that just donate or whatever. You can grab one there.
Oh, cool.
I'm like, awesome. So I was about to head out, and this random user messaged me and said, hey, I got a ticket, and it's in the Timbers Army. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. How much do you want for it? He's like, nothing, just free.
Yeah, just pull up.
Yeah. I was like, dude, let's go. So I show up. I'm standing outside, and I told him hey, I'm wearing this bright ass orange rain jacket, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know the guy's name, I just know his Reddit username, and I'm just standing there. He shows up though, super cool guy. We hit it off. We went in. I didn't realize until I was walking to the match that it was the Portland-Seattle match. And I was sitting with the Timbers Army.
Oh my God, I didn't know this. This is amazing.
And they had special scarves. Seattle being the fishmonger, so they had special scarves that said "kill the fish," and it was on the scarf, it was this long fish with its head chopped, and you see the ring and the and it's everybody was wearing their old school ones, and then there's newer ones.
Oh, that's amazing.
The rivalry was deep. Being in that Timbers Army was amazing, and it was honestly a really great experience. I ended up hanging out with the guy till the bars closed, basically, because we went to a mini golf / bar place.
I need to go to Portland. I haven't been to Portland. I was in Oregon in October, but I wasn't actually in Portland for more than 2 hours because I was on the Oregon coast with my friends outside of Tillamook.
Yeah. But I lucked out too, and and last little note, my client, he was one of the guys in the city council of the city that we made the park for. He is also a Portland Timbers season ticket holder, so he was like, he's definitely go, and if you go, let me know. And then we met up at the game too, and it was really fun. So
that's cool.
Cascadia runs deep. That
deep.
Rivalry
Yeah.
is that rivalry predates both the NWSL and the MLS.
Yeah.
It's
Supersonics versus the oh my God, what is Portland?
Trailblazers.
Thank you. I kept saying Timberwolves because I had the Timbers in my head. I'm like, that's wrong. But you've got that. That rivalry is dope across. But
So if you rank the rivalries, it's Cascadia, and then you give it some room, and then it's maybe the LA San Diego one,
and it's still a caveat. Maybe.
Yeah,
we're
maybe.
not sure yet. Nobody's called dibs on second place for rivalry.
Okay, so with all of that of rivalry weekend, there's a lot of ties.
So many.
Here are the scores of the roundabout of the NWSL scores. Houston did beat North Carolina 2-1. Utah lost to Kansas City 0-1. Let's see. Doesn't matter what the score is really, but New York, Washington, Orlando, Louisville, us, San Diego, we'll get to it, Bay, and Chicago all tied.
I will say the Gotham Washington game was amazing. Gotham was down a player middle of the first half, like immediate red card, so they were playing with 10 the majority of the game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
not to say any of the games are bad. I'm just saying score line from there. They're all tied.
But that game was insane. And then apparently, just random note, someone put, I think it was Joel or somebody in a different Discord, I don't remember. There's been, I think, 7 red cards. And in all those games across the season, only 2 have been won by the team that was up a player. The majority were draws.
Nice.
Or like the other team and it's like kept the lead and won, or like it's just a weird stat. But go ahead.
Yeah. And then the rivalry of all of them, the Cascadia, Portland ended up winning 4-2 against Seattle.
That game was crazy.
Yeah. All right. So let's quickly review our match against San Diego Wave. Ended up in a 1-1 tie. Then 86th minute, Mackenzie Roby. Sorry.
I put it.
Yeah, you put it. And then, you put it afterwards.
That's where it goes.
86 minutes scored. And then we had a beautiful, the thing we've been waiting for this whole season so far, an Alana Kennedy header
with
to
a beautiful
equalize.
assist from Sfindus.
Yes. At the 90+2, while getting nailed by Kaylin Sheridan. Alana did not fall.
No.
There was in San Diego, which I believe everybody was telling me that it was McCaskill. McCaskill's the one that was on the ground after that confrontation.
She and Kaylin Sheridan collided. McCaskill and Sheridan collided. And they initially were like, oh, interference, like on our player with the goalie. But then they quickly reviewed it, honestly, like under 30 seconds. So it's quick. Realized Savannah collided with her own keeper, gave us the goal.
Yeah, like it went up 1. Watch me went crazy. Then we were looking at the screen and it goes back to 0.
It goes back to 0 and everybody was like, like no. There was a lot.
there was. Yeah, let's get into some of the what we thought about the game, but also there was a bit of even the commentators. There was a point where there was like this run and then they were calling it back and it was like possible offsides. And they're like, oh, and then they start going in depth about, oh yeah, that's definitely offsides. Blah, blah, blah. And then they show the wide angle. Nowhere near. There's like the full defensive line was right there, and 10 yards ahead of them.
Possible like red card or possible dog show or something like that.
A possible dog show. That's what it was.
The last defender, and then there's like 3 people behind her.
That's what it was. It was the dog show thing, not the offside thing. Yeah. And it was just like, okay, so now we know that you're completely talking out of your asses, not just like, I get it. And I know that the commentators do a good job and they're doing what they can but that one was very, very egregious. So you guys are not even paying attention.
But even the referees were reviewing it.
Then that's the stupid part. It's like you're reviewing this call where it's like VAR. It took way too long to review Dogso. Yeah. Like the review is for Dogso. You cannot review for a yellow card. Mm-hmm. So as long as it says no Dogso, that's it. That's it. VAR, your job is done. You have no other power to do here. Yet it took a minute or so, or maybe a minute and a half. Yeah. Look, I have TV delay when we stream this game, and it's quicker than that.
Yeah, my 37-second TV delay was faster. But yeah, I really think that coming out at halftime, and granted, first half was fine. I'm glad we held the 0-0 scoreline. Especially with Sarah going down, I think it kind of shook everybody. Like, what the hell? I mean, Megan Reed came in, no big deal, and like just stepped in as she does. But like, it was still really stressful. And that's the captain, that's your captain too. And to see her get hurt like that, nobody wants that. But after halftime, it really felt like they just like went into the locker room. Everybody took a deep breath. said, okay, this is what we need to tighten up. And that's what happened. And the second half, you could see where the team is really starting to come together. And that was amazing. And I think as we see people get healthy, we'll see people playing in their natural position. Like Evelyn Shores is playing wing back when she's normally a midfielder. And like, once people are in their normal positions, people are healthy again, we have some more subs, we're going to see another growth spurt. And the rest of the season is like going to be fits and spurts like that, because that's what happens when you get players that are coming back from injury. That's what happens when you have a new coach and new philosophy is settling in and people are like, oh, okay, this is the direction. Or like, sometimes you just get better in the middle of the season. You just have a jump. And I'll talk more about it later, but that's how I feel about the game. I'm fine with it. We got a point. Yeah, it's the first point under Strauss. We didn't fall anywhere. We're okay.
Look, both teams were coming into this like over 200 minutes. I think
it was like 230, 240 minutes each. Yeah.
Yeah. We were more. We had a longer no score drought. So both teams coming into this not having scored at all in
for over two full games.
Yeah. So everybody was hungry, and having them score first, they're at home. There was some stat that flashed up there that gave the same kind of stat of how many times has Angel City come back from after conceding the first goal, and it was like we haven't come back to win at all. We've drawn once, and then there was like 6 losses.
Yeah, it was like this season when scored on first, Angel City has never won. It's like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
So the fact that we did not lose our composure and we scored and equalized, just what better? Yes, we could have asked for a win, but honestly, what better way to
with the amount of hits to the face? I'll take a draw.
Yeah. And shout out to the supporters that went there and had to sit up all by the lonesome in the upper deck. Apparently, no tickets on the upper deck.
No tickets were sold in the upper deck, except our supporters that went down there were just shoved in a corner. And the best part is once we scored, the camera was like on the pitch and did that like super fast, like zoom to the supporters. And they're like, ah, I'm like, oh, I know that person and that person and that person. But no, like, I'm grateful for the point. So after the game, we're still all hanging out at Watch Me. Mario had the wits about him to post on Instagram, like, we got a point. We'll take it. How was your quote unquote rivalry match day? On Instagram, we got a message from Angelica who said, I was about to have a heart attack when the score flipped to 0 on that Kennedy goal. It came back, and then put the mind blowing emoji, and the same. I think everybody was like, the mini heart attack was not appreciated by the NWSL. And then Richie said, we started slow and ended good enough. Anyone want a wave bucket hat? It was like a giveaway. He wound up getting one and then was trying to give it away to a family with a baby. And they're like, no, you keep it. He's like, I don't want it. Apparently they didn't take it.
If he wants, we'll raffle it off. Just be like,
what is it, an effigy where you like can burn it and like we'll save it for next season. And then Naomi, who's now a friend from Australia, said sick header by my fave equals great day here in the little Australian flag. She ended up buying one of the Lonnie long ball shirts and loves Alana Kennedy, and she's super cool. So yay, thank you.
Yeah. And we helped her out and made sure that she was going to be able to get everything shipped to Australia. And I learned new stuff about our whole shipping systems and options. So there you go. On our Discord, Cassandra came in with gritty, spicy shithousery, late game equalizer. That's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
And like I said, rivalry games are usually the games that you can't really go in expecting one thing or another because they tend to have a little bit more heat to them.
Yeah.
All right. And Kristen came in with, I've never seen restraint like Tiernan tonight. I was sure some jersey would come out.
So
and Eva, our resident jersey.
Our resident jersey girl.
Yeah. Oh, Riley definitely let some jersey out last night.
Yeah, there was definitely a point where I think everyone goes, like was watching the game and just went, keep it in. Like you saw her start mouthing off to the ref towards the end of the game because she was getting run over.
Yeah.
And the restraint.
Her face was getting so red from her just being pissed off. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everyone thought it was going to be a little spicier.
Yeah. There were a bit more. There were a bit more comments in the Discord going back and forth about Tiernan, but we'll leave those there if you ever want to join the Discord and see what was being said. Janthony, we looked better and we played a full 90. I think the goal giving up was a coaching call, but be more aggressive in possession and leave us open in the counters, less open with Gordon, but football is life. Scott came in with, that was pretty good. We were so much better in the second half than the first. Connections were more solid than last week. Everyone seemed more comfortable, not clicking perfectly, but progress. Yeah, I think we definitely all feel that way. And we feel that it was definitely, as we're seeing improvements, those are good things. And we got a point, which is even better. All right, Max came in with, we're lucky to not have given up any goals in the first half, even on the goal. That was one of our better second halves in a while. Yes. A lot more direct play from the center backs, which was nice. I think once the team and Svindis get in the groove with each other, some really great stuff is going to happen. She's fun to watch. She's said, from that first one that she was on there, she was flying and she was really fun and not afraid to get into the ref.
Nope.
A little bit. And Eva closes everything out with, any other year, I think we give up another goal and don't equalize. This is the most we've ever looked like a competitive NWSL team. I'm not sure what's reasonable to expect or hope for the rest of the season, but I think at a bare minimum next year will look great. Strauss is clearly effective at getting his ideas across and implemented. And then on top of it, he engages the community and cares about the city. It's nice to feel like things are trending upwards all around.
Yay.
So, looking at the playoff picture, we're definitely still outside of the playoffs. We're, because of all the ties that happened and because we also tied, not much moved since last week. There was a few little flip-flops, but not much. I think really.
Like one, right? Yeah.
No, let's see.
And in Seattle. That's funny.
Oh, yeah. Just Portland and Seattle were because they were the only ones that had the whole. Yeah. Everybody else just went like, all right, we're just all going to move up together. Mm-hmm. You can definitely see it. I'm going to probably be posting up or looking at this graphic by Allison Gale, which we love looking at every now and then. It's a really fun spaghetti look of how the teams have moved up and down. And then annoyingly, you look at just the isolated Angel City one. Ooh. And then you see like we had a really good run and then we dipped and then we come back up and now we're all the way down where we're at in 11th place. The good thing though, as we said last week, and because everybody tied, yes, we're in 11th place, but we're still only a few points, 4 points out of the playoff spot. Things are going to definitely get harder if we're not actually getting all 3 points. So yeah, with that, we just gotta get those points, and it looks like we're trending in a positive way. So I think that's great. But yeah, let's look at what we're going to next.
Yeah, so we've got the Utah Royals on Friday. The biggest breaking news, oh my God, that happened with this matchup is the fact that Ali Sentner is no longer with this team. And the hard part too is that Ali Sentner has been a revelation in the international games in Team USA, and this is all so cool. US national team. She's had 4 international goals. She's had 1 club goal, which is disproportionate, but it's also not. When you're in a system that's working and running on all cylinders, you're going to have the ability to score more. When you're not, you're not. We know. Angel City fans are very well versed in this.
Yes.
We know. If your forwards and attacking midfielders are not getting the ball, they're not going to score. But Utah received $600,000 in inner club money, something, I don't know what it was called. I just checked out after a certain point from Kansas City, where Ali Sentner is now playing, who already has an abundance of riches. I don't know what the heck, but Utah's going to be receiving that $600K over the next couple seasons. It's like 300, 200, 100, and then there's the ability for more money, all kinds of trade stuff that I don't pay attention to because frankly I don't care how it happens. I just am shocked that it did and it was approved.
So something I was talking to Dustin and his partner at the watch party, and I apologize for not remembering her name, but
it's Jen.
It's Jen? Oh shit. Okay, so I was talking to Dustin and Jen, and we were talking MLS, but this ties back to what I'm about to point out with the whole $600K and everything, and Kansas City being ridiculous. With the salary cap, the way all the funny money works in the MLS, the reason it's very hard for teams to be dynasty teams, right? The reason that most teams that win the cup it's very, very hard for them to repeat a second year.
Yeah.
And a good example right now is like the Galaxy. They won the cup. They did what they did, and now they're like bottom
of the table.
They're fighting for the wooden spoon right now. The main reason that happens, and it's all in the parity thing of trying to keep everything on par, is that when you win, whatever contract bonuses you have for your players, and you have to pay them out, all of those payouts affect your following year's salary cap.
That's bullshit. And I've said it before because we've talked about this before, but like that's stupid.
Yeah. So it's ridiculous and it's completely stupid. And that's why most teams that win the cup have to give up a lot of their really good players. Yeah. They have to sell them out. Yeah. It hasn't happened. But then again, are we hitting those?
I hope not, because I also let people play where they want to play.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it for me. I'm just like, if I move from Utah to Kansas City and I'm enjoying Kansas City, I want to stay in Kansas City. A team wants me in Kansas City. Fine. Like, why am I having to leave again after a season? But whatever. That's neither hide nor hair.
Yeah.
But so right now, back to NWSL, Utah's in last place, but they're kind of on the come up at the same time because they have a few folks returning from injury. When you're in last place, you have nothing to lose.
True. So
you can play freer. You can play without like this weight on you because it's like, whatever. We win. If we don't, who cares? We're already here. It's only up from here. You can't get further in the hole. But the thing is that we have to approach every single game from here on out as if we are playing Kansas City, as if we're playing the top of the table, because ideally every match we win, especially this one, we can win and we can win by multiple goals. We start chipping away at goal differential.
Yeah.
Because now not only do we need to improve our record, we need to score more goals to make up goal differential. Because if we end up tied and somebody has a -1 and we have -3,
goal differential has bit us in the ass before.
Big time. So as much as I would love an end of the season 5-1 win over a team and a bicycle kick and all that, like, it's stressful and nobody wants to deal with that.
Let's save all that 5-1 energy for the playoffs.
Yeah.
And spread out that energy for the rest of the season so that we can get comfortably in there. Exactly.
Utah also has, Canadian international Chloe Lacasse coming back from an ACL tear. You may remember last season, she had a hat trick in the first half for Utah against Seattle and then immediately tore her ACL the next game. Yeah.
That's tough.
So having her back, just training and with the team and, being there to sub in is big time. She's experienced. She has goal scoring power. So that's already another it's another opportunity to score there. Essentially, like I said, no matter what, we have to stay ready so we don't have to get ready and we don't have to be like, oh my God, on the pitch and redo everything because we're just like, oh, whatever, that's the last place team. No, regardless, if the team is in last place, we should be beating them by multiple goals. We have a winning record. We should keep it that way.
They're going to be the scrappy ones. So
Yeah.
Watch out.
Like the NWSL, the last place team can come back to win the championship the next season. And I don't want to be a team that loses to that. So let's talk about Utah a little bit. Like I said, they have players coming back from injury the same way we do. They have Mina Tanaka, who is the person that scored the last game. I think they were playing against Houston 2 games ago when they won. She essentially just said, okay, I'm scoring now. Like I'm the captain now that Ali Sentner's not there. She's number 11. She's a forward. She's a Japanese national team player. I was looking up different information about her because, like, I don't know too much about her career. So she's played the majority of her career that started in 2011. So she's already 15 years deep into her career in the Nadeshiko League, which is where June played, where Miyabi played. Like, that's the primary women's league in Japan. And then for the national team, she has 92 caps for the Japanese national team and 40 goals in those caps.
Damn.
She's this close to just being a 1-for-1 or like 1-2. So every 2 games she plays, she scores. That's a lot.
That's insane.
She's dangerous.
Yep.
Yeah. But she's fun to watch. She's very, very good. But that's like, she's going to be on your scouting report. You know, like, mark her, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Japanese players are very crafty. Like, you know, we're used to seeing June, and she dances on the ball. She's very creative. She's very, like, they don't play like American players play. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as structured. It's a lot more fluid. And with that comes unpredictability. Predictability. Did I put enough syllables in that? Whatever. She's unpredictable because she plays differently. Ta-da! And then we have oh my gosh, I like combined 2 players. Kaylee Real, who's a defender. She essentially took the same pipeline that Ali Krieger did. She's from Virginia. Kriegs is from Virginia. She went to Penn State. Kriegs went to Penn State. She's a defender. She set the record. I forgot to write this down, but she set the record for minutes played in the NCAA during her career. It was like 8,800 minutes or something like that. I'm like, Jesus, that's so many minutes. What's really interesting is that she's played for 4 different teams in the NWSL in her career, because she came in and debuted for, what team was it? Houston, I think, during the bubble season in 2020. Mm-hmm. And so she was drafted by Sky Blue, which is now Gotham, played for Houston, Racing, and now Utah. But she's also in the U.S. soccer system, and she's played like U17, U20, U23. So she's very good. You know, like, you have these players, and it's really the hard part about the NWSL is, like, a team's in last place, but they have world-class players. It's just circumstance, you know? And then you have Kate Del Fava, who's also a defender, and she made her NWSL debut playing against Kaylee Real in the bubble on Utah. Because she was on Utah when it was first a team, and then she went to Kansas City when Utah went to Kansas City, and then she came back to Utah. So I just think that's funny that they both debuted in the bubble against each other completely by chance. But they did a feature on her this last weekend that I was so taken by. Like, Eva told me about it, and then I saw it on TV, and then I looked it up again. She has it written in her contract that the team matches the 25 season tickets that she holds. So she has 25 season tickets that she buys out. The team matches that. So it's another 25 tickets that all 50 of them are given to disadvantaged families or families who wouldn't necessarily get to the game. And it's awesome. Contractually part of her being on the team, which I think is fantastic. And that's the thing that you don't necessarily see from teams.
Yeah, that's not something on the pitch. Like, it's not something that you're gonna, and it really just depends on the team of like how public that information is, or there's also a fine line of, hey, we're doing this good thing, come look at us, we're doing good, versus just honestly, it's just an honestly good thing that we're doing. Yeah.
More teams
That's
should
awesome,
do that.
though.
BT Dubs, just for the sake of doing it. That's it. Like Angel City, I think I've mentioned it on here, and for those that don't know, for every sponsorship at any level that Angel City gets, or partnership, or brand deal, whatever, 10% of that has to be community involvement or giving back to a community in some way. They just did a report on it. It's like over 4 years, $200 million worth of services or goods or whatever have been given back to the community through partnerships with Angel City. That's a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's not that hard. It's a tax break for everyone. That's Utah. They're going to be a worthy opponent. So
like you said, when you're at the bottom, you get scrappy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something scrappy is unpredictable. So
yeah. So 3 people, all of them are up for NWSL like awards of the week. Evelyn Shores is up for player of the week, which took me by surprise because I'm not saying she's bad or there's none of that. It was more that I didn't see anything flashy, but then I realized it's probably like the Becky Sauerbrunn effect of, you just did a really good job and then it went under the radar because no one noticed it. No one noticed that person that you were guarding, that side of the offense for the other team wasn't impactful, so I didn't pay attention to it. It didn't impact the game in the sense that she shut down the offense, but she's playing out of position. It's her second game in the league. That's it. She just came in from North Carolina over the break. It's her second NWSL cap. She's getting nominated for Player of the Week. Whether she wins it or not, I don't care. That's enough because not only, like I said, she's playing out of position and it's her second game. She's fine. She's holding her own in a position she's not used to playing at a level she's never played at before. And yeah, she was playing on the TST Team USA winning team, whatever, she had that. She has experience on a higher level, but to be competing against all these world-class forwards, bonkers. I could have been in the best shape of my life coming out of college. There's no way in hell I could have done that. Not to the level that she's holding her own and asserting herself as a person that can be trusted in different spots on a team, which says a lot. Very excited to see how she progresses with Angel City. But yeah, that's what I have to say about Evelyn Shores. She's just holding her own and doing a damn good job at it because nobody's noticing. And the times that a player has gotten by her or has beaten her, she's similar to Emily Sonnet in the sense of you might get beat, but you're immediately making up for it. You might get beat on the run, but the next thing you know, you're facing up to the ball and defending again, and you're not just letting that person go or getting beat so bad you can't catch up.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like it a lot. And then talked about her a little bit. We have Svindis Jan's daughter, which is just cool. She just seems cool.
She seems like she's got her head in the right place. Anytime she's been on the field, she's very active. She's active in the progress of the play, the building up the play. She's active in the defensive actions of that play too. She's, as soon as the ball kind of gets flipped, she goes straight into defense and is not afraid to do it.
And goldfish mindset of lost the ball, have to get it back. There's no oh my God.
And she's also nice and active with the ref to be what was there that you saw that I didn't.
Mm-hmm. And granted, this is also her fourth game in the NWSL, something like that. Not very many. And she's still getting her legs under her, but she's so fun to watch. And I'm very excited to see how she progresses because she's already got the speed of the league down. She's getting the physicality of the league, like the specific type. Because it's not so much like they're bodying against each other. They're not so much like grabby hands pulling jerseys. I mean, granted, it happens. Don't get me wrong. That's obvious. But like there's a difference between like shoving somebody without making it look like you're shoving somebody and just yanking on a jersey. Yeah. But she is going to be so much fun to watch as she adjusts to the team, to the league and all that, and connecting with the other players on the team on the pitch, because that assist was killer. It was like perfectly placed
right outside of the reach of Sheridan. Right onto Kennedy.
More of that. Less Alana Kennedy getting punched in the head. Like, please. Yes. But I really feel that she's going to be the like spark we needed to connect everything, because we've had all these pieces and she's really coming in as somebody to kind of like put them together in the right way, the right places. And with June back, that's even better. Like it's just fun. It's fun to watch us again, and I really enjoy that. And then we've got one of our faves.
Yep.
Alana Kennedy. She's a center back. She's a midfielder. She can score. She can do it all. And I love that. I hate the fact that nobody gets hit in the face more than she does. And I put on here that she deserves a medal and lifelong top tier health insurance. Like, you deserve the best health care because you are taking a freaking beating out there. Part of it is because she's tall.
Yeah.
And it's easier to get her head on the ball because she doesn't have to jump 3 feet in the air. She can jump like 1.5 feet and still be taller than, her head is still higher than the person next to her.
Yeah.
And she takes a beating for that internationally as well. She's an Australian superstar, beloved for years in the NWSL, in European leagues, in Australian leagues.
I'm sure you do a quick, just put her name into Instagram or TikTok or something, and you'll see the black eyes. Yeah. You'll see the international like games that she's been in and the black eyes she gets. Mm-hmm. But you know what? She's one of those players where, and we have a handful of them on Angel City where like they get that knock and they're like, okay, no, let's keep going. Yeah. And she'll play the rest of the game with that big ol', like Sarah Gordon had,
she split her head.
She split her head, had like her entire head like gauzed and wrapped, and then like later that night posted up like going out to dinner and then had like stitches.
Yeah. That's the difference too between men's and women's soccer. The guys will fight on the pitch. The women will just like get their ear ripped off, get it sewn back on, and be like, okay, I'm going to dinner. Like in the World Cup in 2015 or 2019, one of the English players like sliced down the side of her head and was just like, I'm fine. They're like, no, get your ass off the pitch. Your head is bleeding. But I mean, Alana Kennedy is a force to be reckoned with. And I love that she's such a solid force in the midfield and now in the back line for us, and set pieces, because their set pieces are getting better. And it's just really nice to have veteran presence like that, especially because so many of our vets have been hurt this season. They're not completely with the team. And the ones that aren't are like still on the process of like playing more. So I'm just so happy to have a player like her on our team. I also just think she's also very cool. And it's just fun. It's fun to have players you like on your team and that you've liked for a long time, because then I get to watch them all the time and we don't have to play against them, which is even better. Yeah. So that's
a good time.
That's my preview, whatever you want to call it, of this matchup. It's going to be scrappy, and I think we're going to come out on top. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what degree we'll come out on top. I hope by a lot. Like, I legit hope we like make up a good chunk of goal differential.
I do too. At this point though, I'm like, let's focus on
I also need to be realistic.
let's focus on the scoring at least one more than they score on us.
Yes. Just a +1 in the game for us.
Yeah, a +1 means a 3 points. So
Yeah.
let's just do that. Let's focus on that one.
Exactly.
And then we can go from there. History between the two teams so far, we've had 2 wins against them and 1 draw. So let's make that 3 wins. Yeah. Just as a reminder, this is the match that's happening on Friday, August 15th, 7 p.m. They're playing in Salt Lake City, Utah. The game's going to be streaming on NWSL Plus, on Paramount Plus, and most likely the FanDuel Sports Network, which might be on one of your streaming packages. Probably,
Fubo.
maybe. It was on Fobo. Fobo. Jesus. Fubo. It's on Fubo, at least we know. Yeah. You can listen on the radio, iHeartRadio with Isaac and Tracy. It's always amazing if you can't watch or stream it. There are a couple of watch parties out there from ACFC, Mosaic so far, and Watch Me will be showing the game various places, 33 Taps, Native Sun, and Watch Me in Long Beach. So you've got options if you want to go see them in a social setting.
I personally will be seated on this actual couch watching on my TV.
Yeah. Kids start school on Thursday, so I will be at home. Yeah.
Everybody's going to be tired.
Yeah. Everybody's going to be tired. Plus, I've got a couple of doctor's visits that day, too. And yeah, Thursday's going to be busy.
Work.
And I'm supposed to go back to work on Monday.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
He lives.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the worst part of it all. It's like, and then I have to go to work. Like,
don't get me wrong. I kind of want to. I'm excited, and I want to get back to it, and I want to get back to doing what I do. But also, just like anybody else, it's like the Sunday scaries, right? It's definitely going to be like a whole weekend of the Sunday. It's going to start again. So yeah, it is what it is.
Real life.
Yeah. But if you like what you hear and you've heard us so far, then hit the subscribe button wherever you're listening. Check out casualfc.com for all the pod links. We're also on YouTube. Go there and hit subscribe and hit the like button and the bell and all the things that other YouTube apps tell you or people tell you to do. Whatever they tell you to do on our page. Follow our socials. Go to Casual FC. We're at Casual FC Pod on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. We're also at casualfc.com on Blue Sky. Come and join the Discord. Check out all our socials. There's an invite link somewhere on there. I think it's getting harder to find for some reason, but I'll double check. If not, just send us a DM. We'll gladly send you a direct link, and you can join the Discord. It's free, it's fun, it's casual. Yeah. Best ways to support the pod: share, comment on any one of our posts on social media, on any platform that you're looking at, or also leave us a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or even on YouTube. It all helps with the engagement and all that good stuff. Grab some merch at our shop.casualfc.com website.
So much new merch. Many things. We have a new
so
cup.
many good things.
We have new shirts. I think that's it right now, but there's like multiple. There's like 3 new shirts.
There's 3 new shirts and a cup. We have the ACFC law offices. We have the Good Morning Lesbians cross stitch, which comes in a shirt and a cup, and then the AT Hauling Company brand t-shirt. So go check it out. Like we said, we want to be the new East Bay, and so we're just making fun shirts to make ourselves happy, and hopefully they make you happy too. If you feel so inclined, help support the pod by buying us a coffee. You can check out our link on our socials, buymeacoffee.com/casualfcpod. Thank you for Cassandra for letting us know that I've been missing an E on the link on YouTube for a long time, and it's like sending her to some weird website. So I have fixed that, and it will send you to the right place. It's an easy way for you to send us $1 or $2 to help support the stuff that we're doing. And best thing you can do is tell a friend about the pod. It brings us good luck. We put that good luck together and we package it and we send it and ship it off to the team. Anytime they need it, they will open it and take from there. And with that, let's have a good match.
Yeah. See you later. Come join the Discord. Bye.
Bye, everyone.